The Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is almost here. Only a few more months of waiting. April 2nd, we're going to finally get to see the console, the hardware of the console, and the potential launch titles and titles for 2025 for the Nintendo Switch 2, and possibly titles for 2026 for the Nintendo Switch 2. But there are a few rumors and leaks going around, especially a big rumor that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be coming out as soon as June. So, let's talk about them. As we all know, there's going to be a Pokemon Day on February 27th, showcasing everything Pokemon, possibly Pokemon Legends ZA, most likely Pokemon Legends ZA, because that is a game people have been waiting for. It was announced before the Nintendo Switch 2, so we didn't know if it's going to be a launch title or just a title for the Nintendo Switch 2. We thought it was going to be on the Switch 1 because it is rumored to come out in October or fall of 2025. But now we are getting completely new news, and we'll see on the Pokemon Day. But just to talk about it a little bit, there's a new Pokemon rumor and a few details that are upcoming for the Nintendo Switch 2 Pokemon 2025 Pokemon Presents. Some new games are going to come out. Pokemon Clash, that's a new game. New multiplayer game, gameplay like Overwatch or Marvel Rivals. But I don't want to talk about the entire day. I don't want to talk about the leaks that we're going to be seeing during the Pokemon Day, because that's just going to come when it comes. But I just want to talk about Pokemon Legends ZA for a little bit, and that's just the release date. I want to talk about the potential leaked, rumored release date for Pokemon Legends ZA, and that is June 27th. Yes, that is June 27th. That is a big day, probably for the Nintendo Switch 2, because that is also when the Nintendo Switch 2 is rumored to be coming out. So, is Pokemon Legends ZA going to be a launch title with the Nintendo Switch 2? We know that Mario Kart 9 is supposed to be coming with the Nintendo Switch 2. Is probably going to be a launch title, unless they have different plans for that, unless they want to make something else. But Pokemon Legends ZA, it looks like it's going to be coming out on the same day as the Nintendo Switch 2. No idea if it's going to be with the console, separate with the console. No idea what this approach is from Nintendo. Do they want to make games more relevant on the day of the console's release, or are they going to limit it like they did with the Nintendo Switch 1? Nintendo Switch 1 didn't have that many games coming out in the month of the release of the Nintendo Switch 1. We had Breath of the Wild at launch. We had 1-2 Switch eventually, but it took some time for us to get more and more games. And if the Nintendo Switch 2 is aiming for a different trajectory, I can see them putting a lot of games out on the first day of the Nintendo Switch 2, and one of them is possibly going to be Pokemon Legends ZA. But we don't know now. We'll know on February 27th this week. We will see what Pokemon decides to showcase. I hope they showcase Pokemon Legends ZA. If they do, you can expect a release date because we haven't gotten one yet. But you also can't expect one, because what if it is on the same day as the Nintendo Switch 2? Then if they are giving us the release date for Pokemon Legends ZA and it's the same day as Nintendo Switch 2, then we'll know the release date before the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. So this is a few Pokemon news. We will be talking about more Pokemon. I will possibly maybe stream it when it is happening, the Pokemon Day. But for now, this is what we have from Pokemon, and let's just get excited for Pokemon Legends ZA, because this is a game that people have been waiting for ever since it was announced. Now, for the Nintendo Switch 2 rumor. The Nintendo Switch 2 was previously stated to either be coming out in fall, in December, in the winter. But these were all rumors. These were all not really valid rumors, because it wouldn't make sense that they would announce it so early if they're going to release it so late. If you get what I mean, it's not a Nintendo thing. If they're going to announce a console, they're going to want to release it a little bit earlier than the expected date. And the expected date now is not going to be fall. It's not going to be winter of 2025, but it is expected to be released in June, which makes a lot of sense. They want to target the people coming out of school. They want them to buy the console as soon as they get out of school. Oh, they have so much freedom. They're going to be like, oh, I'm out of school. It's summer. They want to release it before the end of summer, but they look like they're going to be releasing it basically at the beginning of summer, which is expected, which makes sense, because they want to target the people going out of school, because you know they're going to buy that console if it is a brand new console and it has brand new games. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is expected to come out in June. A former Nintendo America employee predicts June release date for Nintendo's next console. He states that they want to release the console before the end of summer, and that's expected. And June is way before the end of summer. So if it does come out in June, you can expect a lot of games to come out through the summer, especially Pokemon Legends EA, Metroid Prime 4, and possibly a new 3D Mario game, Mario Kart, hopefully Legend of Zelda game. It depends. What they showed during the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, they will probably announce for the upcoming months, like May, for the Nintendo Switch 1 going off on the Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 1 is still going to be supported. So you can expect a lot of games to be coming out even for the Nintendo Switch 1 when the Nintendo Switch 2 is out already. So with that, the Nintendo Switch 2 is very close. Looking at this, June is very close for a release for a new console that people have been waiting for 8 years. But we'll see. This is just a rumor for now. But I can expect it to come out in June. I expect them to do this. I expect them to have it come out in June, release a few games in the summer, because they want to compete with certain games. One game I'm specifically talking about is GTA 6. That's a game that's going to probably come out in October. We know it's coming out in the fall, and it has no room for delay anymore. They said the game's going to be released when it is expected to be released. They're going to compete. That's not a game you want to compete with, because that is a game that has been in development for 13 plus years. So Nintendo's going to want to push their agenda. They're going to want to make everything come out sooner than that game, because then when the GTA 6 does come out, people will love GTA 6 most likely. The game's going to be good. But people are still also going to have the Nintendo Switch 2. And if you ever want to break from the GTA 6, you have the Nintendo Switch 2 to play. But if you release the Nintendo Switch 2 right after GTA 6 and it's been a good amount of time, you can't expect that many people to buy it. So something new before the GTA 6, and it's a good idea that Nintendo does that, because that is such a high demand game. The Nintendo Switch 2 is also a very high demand console. People have been leaking it. They've been rumoring about it. They've been wanting it for 8 years. We're here. We're finally in the era of the Nintendo Switch 2. It's just a matter of time until it comes out. But this is what I have. This is what we know. And let's just get excited for the brand new Nintendo console coming out potentially June 2025. Last thing I want to talk about is the Nintendo Switch 2's price. We still don't know how much it's going to be. We had a few rumors. We had a few leaks from people. There's a lot of scalpers going around right now selling the Switch for a random amount of money, like $325, which isn't bad, but why would you buy a console you have no games for? You're just gonna play old Nintendo Switch 1 games on a new console. It won't do anything. It's just playing the Nintendo Switch 1 again. You just have a new feel of a console. It's pointless. Don't do it. Don't buy a Nintendo Switch 2 right now. And you can't even trust people that say they have the Nintendo Switch 2. How do you have the Nintendo Switch 2? It's not even close to being out yet. But according to a former Nintendo employee, retailers know absolutely nothing about the Switch 2's price. Nothing. Certainly not the price. Almost certainly not any kind of launch date, other than maybe a quarter. It always makes me laugh to see these articles like Walmart Canada says the price is going to be this. Walmart Canada is the last people that are gonna know. So, a Nintendo employee did say that. A former. He doesn't work with Nintendo anymore, but that is what he thinks. And yeah, we really don't know anything about this console. The only thing we know about this console is that it's coming. That's really it. We really don't know anything. We know what we were shown in the reveal trailer. But to be honest, you can't speculate, you can't rumor, you can't leak about this console, because there's probably nothing to leak. It's very hard to leak a console like this. You could leak games, you could do whatever. But Nintendo knows how to keep their stuff secret up until the month of its release. So you can expect things maybe late March, early April. But it's really hard to get early April because the console, the direct for the Nintendo Switch 2 is on April 2nd. So that's what we have for the Nintendo Switch 2. Not much, to be honest. We are making things up as we go. We're just speculating. We're getting excited. That's the real thing. Excitement is what matters. Let's be optimistic about this console. Let's hope it's going to be good. I have a feeling it's going to be good. Nintendo Switch 1 was a really great console. Had a few flaws. But this console is going to be beyond. And it's going to be even better than the first Nintendo Switch. But yeah, that is what I have for the Nintendo Switch 2 for today. Hopefully something new comes out. But look forward to the Pokemon Direct that's going to be showcased on February 27th. I may be streaming it. I don't know yet, but I will be making a video on it. Especially if Pokemon Legends EA is announced for the Nintendo Switch 2. But to be honest, I don't expect anything for the Nintendo Switch 2 to be announced until it's Direct. That is all I have for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys are excited for the Nintendo Switch 2, let me know in the comments down below. But that is everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.